Hello, I hope everyone can hear me fine. Let me know if you can't. Thank you for tuning in. We got Frost Fury, we got FIFA, we got JJDJ, we got Sissy as well. Those are the people so far. Sorry if my dogs start barking. You know what they're like. But thank you all for tuning in. It's so great to have you all. But I'm even more honoured to have good pal MCFR TV take the stage.
Yes, is my mic okay?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Great. Thank you for having me on the stream. Excited for the November review. I've been looking today on Twitter, and actually, it's going to be really tricky to decide. I've noticed that the scroller at the bottom, the player of the month, that's going to be a really tricky one. But obviously, we'll get into that and stuff. And do make sure to subscribe to both of our channels. Yeah, I'm sure you guys know how to subscribe.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, thank you for coming on, pal. It's great to have you on. And like I just mentioned a moment ago, thank you to everyone else who has tuned in today. I understand that this is late for some people. Just gonna get a little screen that you guys will be able to see. In just a moment. There we go. And voila, there you go. I didn't actually mean to put that on stage, but I mean, it's kind of what I was going to do. These were the games we had in November, specifically from Bournemouth down to Man City vs Leipzig. We'll obviously start with Bournemouth because why wouldn't we? It's the first game of the month, and a game where a certain someone took the stage, really, that game. What were your thoughts on this Bournemouth game, MCFR?
Yeah, the Bournemouth game, very, very strong performance, obviously winning 6-1. Jeremy Doku, absolutely amazing performance, 5 goal contributions, was 1 goal and 4 assists, right, I think. Amazing from him, amazing from all players to get 5 different scorers, I think, in a 6-1 win. That's also a positive sign. A bit shocking that Haaland didn't score, actually. Normally, if we win 6-1, you'd think Erling Haaland would be one of the scorers. However, I do remember him coming off at half-time in that game. But yeah, like I said, really, well, I couldn't watch this game, another 3 p.m. kickoff, but from what I could see by the highlights, really good performance from City and absolutely amazing from that man, Jeremy Doku.
Yeah, it's easily one of the highlights of the month. Jeremy Doku, I think, took. It wasn't even just City fans, a lot of rival fans. I actually see compliment Jeremy Doku as well. So we've clearly got a great player in Jeremy Doku. Getting 5 goal contributions isn't something you see every day in the Premier League, and nonetheless, from a 21-year-old, so young and so raw, full of talent. And yeah, we just bossed this game at the Etihad. Bournemouth had 1 shot on target, and to be fair to them, they got a goal from it, but we just dominated. Just seemed like it was going our way. I didn't watch the game because, like you said, it was 3 p.m. kickoff, but you can kind of gather what went down. 65% possession. Bournemouth probably sat back for most of it, and we just hit them and hit us on the break. And we just did what we do best. And Jeremy Doku was just having a crazy day. But yeah, overall, Bournemouth, a great fixture to watch, I would have thought, if you were there. But we'll jump onto the Champions League match we had in this month, or one of them anyway. A 3-0 win, pretty decisive. And yeah, it was pretty decisive. I'm pretty sure it was our first clean sheet in the Champions League campaign this season. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was. But what were your thoughts on this game, MCFR?
Yeah, by the way, it was our first clean sheet this season. This game, to be honest, because of the crazy games we've had since this one, I don't remember too much about it, apart from the fact Haaland did score a really good goal from outside the box, actually. Haaland got 2 and Foden got 1, I think. And yeah, good performance. I'm just looking there, 27 shots and 3 goals. Not very clinical there by City. Just 10 shots on target, 3 goals. We should be doing better. It's been the theme this season in most games. We need to be more clinical. 3 shots out of 27. When we've got a team like that, we've got forwards like that, that's not acceptable. But at the end of the day, we did win this game 3-0, and that's a solid result in the UCL group stage game.
Yeah, great. Yeah, like you say, great performance by City. Erling Haaland's goal was just something else. It was just a lovely finish. Another tap in for the Norwegian. But he's a great. It was just a great game. It was a game that I don't think anyone had any doubt in either. At the Etihad, European night, against young boys who aren't exactly the strongest in the group. Yeah, everyone was pretty confident going into it. Pretty sure Rico Lewis got man of the match. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure he did. I might be wrong. But yeah, we just dominated them, didn't we? You know, I think the stats there tell you all 0 shots from young boys. They're 28% possession, 282 passes, 80% accuracy, 21 fouls to our 5.
Sorry to interrupt. 0 shots. That's crazy. 0 shots to 27.
I know. Honestly, it's just kind of crazy to think. Imagine they got a goal as well. It's like another Wolves moment where they had 1 shot on target and somehow got 2 goals. But yeah, this was just pure domination. Young boys didn't really seem up for it, and I can't blame them. At the Etihad, it's hard to be up for anything. 27. We've just got some comments here. We've got people thinking about talking about the weather. Haaland tisk. Yeah, he did have. I'm pretty sure he did have a couple of chances in that. I'm pretty sure he had a couple of relatively easy chances that he somehow didn't slot home, but then he just goes and scores a banger to make up for it. So, but anyway, great game. But we'll probably move on to, we are moving on to what people are calling game of the season in the Premier League. Can you blame them? Chelsea 4, City 4, and night to be remembered at Stamford Bridge. No one predicted this. An absolutely crazy game. So much to talk about. What were your thoughts on it, MCFR?
Well, yeah, absolutely crazy. This Chelsea 4-4 game. I can't even remember the last time we saw a 4-4 game in the Premier League. I can't remember. Never mind the last time we saw a 4-4 game for Manchester City. I don't remember that either. Like I said, there looks very even. Is that 18 shots to 17? Is it? I think that's. Is it?
It says 17 shots Chelsea, 15 shots City.
Yeah, so pretty even there. 68%. Is it 58% possession? I think. Well, anyway, we did it. Like I said, the stats will probably show it. It's a very, very even game, and absolutely great. It's crazy though. 4-4. I remember Chelsea went ahead once. We went ahead. Was it 3 times? That's very poor. The defence was awful. Actually, thought Akanji was the only half decent defender on the day. Diaz was absolutely shocking. Bad day at the office for him. Walker, shocking. Absolutely, I've got to put the bias out of it, was destroyed by Raheem Sterling all game. Gvardiol also absolutely shocking as well. He got run about by the Chelsea forwards. I don't. Some things did irritate me in this game, like Nicholas Jackson trying to force Sterling to celebrate in front of the City fans. That did quite annoy me a bit. Went very crazy on the Rodri 87th minute goal, and also went just as crazy in the mad way for the Palmer 95th minute penalty. We can excuse, I guess, one game of bad defending, but it was absolutely shocking defending from both teams in this game, and very good attacks. And 4-4 suggests it. Crazy.
Yeah, it was mad, wasn't it? Yeah, like you say, wild. Erling Haaland If you're wondering about goal scorers, we had Erling Haaland, Brace, Akanji goal, Rodri goal, and then Thiago Silva, Sterling, Jackson, and Palmer for the goals on the other end. But yeah, both defensives just a bit poor. Some were better than others, like you say. Akanji, I would agree that he was the best out of the. I say he's the best out of the bad bunch. I don't think any of them played great. I think Vardy's error, the one that allowed Sterling to get that to happen because of Reece James' pass. I think that's like one of the worst because he basically, if he just boots it there, that's gone. Chelsea aren't getting on it. But I'm not sure what he tried to do. Did he try to control it? I have no idea. It wasn't great from Vardy, and it wasn't great from any of the back line. Walker's definitely getting troubled by Sterling. Diaz, like you say, the penalty at the end, just not a great one to give away, was it? There's no question about it for me, the penalty. Rodri's goal at the end of the game was scenes, though. Seeing him score that just crazy banger at the end of the game. I know it took a massive deflection from Thiago Silva, but still just a great goal from Rodri. Big goal in a big moment when we needed it. But a player that really didn't play well, I'm circling him, Jeremy Doku. Someone that has been nominated for Premier League Player of the Month and City Player of the Month. What were your thoughts on Jeremy Doku this game, MCFR?
Well, to be fair, like you said, very poor from Jeremy Doku this game. However, we have to give credit to Reece James. To be fair, did probably one of the stronger Chelsea defenders, locked Jeremy Doku down. Jeremy Doku hardly did anything. Didn't swear he came off in like the 60th minute or something. Doku ghosted a bit this game. I want to see more from him in big games. I'm sure he will in the future, but yeah, poor performance from him. Also, it's not like the UCL final, but when Rodri's goal went in, it gave me flashbacks to celebrating like that a bit in the UCL final. Of course, not as much, but if you get what I mean, like how crazy it was to go 4-3 up at Stamford Bridge in a Big Six game in the 90th minute. Oh, my device just fell in. Yeah, it just absolute crazy goal. But yeah, Jeremy Doku, poor performance from him. Hopefully we see more from him in big games going forward.
Yeah, agreed. I didn't think this game matched poor Doku, I remember speaking about it in the preview. But Doku on Reece James. Reece James is already going to cause him trouble. He's got Caicedo, who will probably help out Reece James when needed. Cole Palmer will definitely drop back because Chelsea play defensively. That means he's going to probably have 2-3 players. And then don't forget, even if he beats Reece James, he's got DSCC to probably deal with as well. It's just, I think this wasn't the game for him. Poor guy. Especially after that huge confidence boost he would have gotten against Bournemouth. That would have done his confidence the world of good. But then getting put against about 4 players, really, was never going to help him. I said Jack Grealish should have started. And to be fair, Jack Grealish did come on early second half. But yeah, overall, I don't think this was the greatest game for City. I thought the attack was decent, obviously. I mean, how couldn't it have been when we got 4 goals? But yeah, the game was lost in the defence. So we didn't lose, but it feels like a loss when you score 4 and you don't win. So, just reading all the comments here. We got Shea Arsenal, big up. Welcome to the chat, pal. So you guys won 6-0 against Lens the other day. I checked it out like half an hour and you guys were absolutely dominating. Messi is the GOAT. Welcome to the chat. Great to have you in as well. I think you've literally just joined. And DJ saying that he's old. But anyway, we'll move on to the next game. What a game that was. On to the next one. Liverpool versus City. Controversial at points. It was always going to be there when it's a game of this magnitude. Give me your thoughts, MCFR.
Well, before I go on to assess the performance, I've got to be honest, I was in Manchester when this game was on, so I was on my phone, watching it on my phone, and my phone went flat, and I had to transfer devices, so I did actually miss about 20 minutes of the game. So, yeah, I was pretty frustrated then. But from what I saw, not the best performance ever from the minutes that I saw. Even the minutes that I saw, it was pretty glitchy, to be honest. I think we were wasteful at times. Not to pick out players or pick on players individually too much, but Julian Alvarez was very poor. That's probably because he's come back from Argentina, very tired and stuff. I thought Foden, from what I saw, was pretty poor too. Should be doing more. I thought Nathan Ake actually was one of our best players. In fact, man in the match, in my opinion. Did a great job on Mohamed Salah. Did Salah hardly dribble past him from what I remember? Yet if people think Trent locked down Doku when Doku dribbled past him, a Prem record this season. Haaland, yet again, this season I'm liking it. He's scoring a lot more in big games, which is good. The Diaz goal, in my opinion, very soft. They didn't allow that. That should have stood. For me, I don't know why they're finding Trent for shushing the crowd. It's a bit irritating, but finding him, or did they say suspension or something for shushing it? Something like that. It shouldn't be happening. But, yeah, so my overall thoughts on the game were there for you.
Thank you. I do agree there. Trent shouldn't get a ban for shushing the fans. I get it's frustrating because, like, especially with the fans there, you know, they got this Liverpool player shushing them. You know, I imagine it's so irritating, but it's nothing to get. It's nothing to get a fine for. It's just it's celebration at the end of the day, and that's all it is. That's literally all it is. I mean, I get it for like that thing with Adebayo back in 2009 when he literally ran the length of the pitch just to go celebrating the away fans. But this, like, no offense, like City fans are everywhere. You could like, what if the Liverpool fans were on the other side of the pitch? You know, but it was a interesting performance, to say the least. I thought we were better than Liverpool, I won't lie. I agree with you on Ake, though. Ake, for me, man of the match. I put him man of the match on my Instagram and everything. I thought Salah barely got anything, and I thought Trent's performance was completely overrated, like you also said. Doku had him on toast at times. I won't lie, Trent did get him a couple of times, but I think Doku got Trent more than Trent got Doku. And I think you'll find that Doku only lost out against Trent due to pressure from like multiple players. So it could have been Trent and Matip on him, or Trent and Szoboszlai, or you know, vice versa, and everything like that.
Sorry, and yeah, it's absolutely. Also, Ake also very good in the attack, turned into a bit like Messi when he dribbled past those players for the assist as well. So Ake wasn't just good in the defence, very good for the assist for Erling Haaland as well. Sorry to interrupt, by the way.
No worries, but I think you're spot on. That assist from Nathan Ake, what a player. Intercepts the ball from Alisson, just drives forward, toe pokes it into Haaland, and lovely shot from Haaland. Alisson can't get enough on it. And on Diaz's goal, I thought that was silly that got disallowed. I guarantee you that if that was like an incident in the box, and if it was to see if it was a penalty or not for either team, I don't think that gets given. It's hardly anything. Look, I understand goalkeepers need a little more protection. I get that, but like Akanji's next to him. Yeah, Akanji's and just like. And I mean next to him, like he's really close to him, like he's actually touching shoulders. But like, does that mean we had to give goalkeepers 2 meters space, like a 2 meter space, like we're back in COVID? Like, come on, man! Like, what are we meant to do? Frost Fury got to go. Sad face. No worries, man. No worries, man. Thank you for tuning in. Support great as usual, as you should know. You know how much I appreciate the support you give, because you know you're in these streams basically every time. You're very rarely missing any. So thank you for tuning in for all the time you have. But back to the Liverpool game. Yeah, I think the goal and Diaz should have stood. We just tend to get a bit of robbery against Liverpool. You know, there's multiple incidents over the years that you can look where we've been robbed against Liverpool. But, you know, that's just how it is. It is what it is in that regard. But on the overall performance, I thought we were better than Liverpool. Like you said, I don't think it was our best performance ever. You know, for times we were a bit wasteful. And to concede so late on to 10 minutes left, it was a shame. But overall, not too bad of a game. Entertaining, I'll say that much. These games usually are. But now we'll get on to our most recent fixture. Probably the one that's got a few talking points. City 3, Leipzig 2. A classic UCL comeback from the Blues. Let me know your thoughts.
Yeah, probably actually our second most, I guess, like, interesting, sort of entertaining, most just craziest, another really pretty crazy game, to be honest. I mean, completely opposites. I mean, in the second half, I don't think we were brilliant, but we were good compared to that awful first half performance. I mean, Phil Foden said it. It's the worst he's seen us play. In my opinion, we played worse at Southampton way back in January, but that was very close to that was very close to Southampton game. Also, Pep Guardiola, if you're listening, maybe you are, you never know. Please stop putting Walker so far up the pitch. He don't do much going forward. His crosses are poor, so it's not like he's great going forward and can't get back defending. He's not great getting forward, and at the moment is leaving too much space in behind for defenders to run. And most of the time at the moment, they are getting the better of Ruben Diaz, who seems to be covering. Diaz, in my opinion, did a Cancelo when he just thrown himself into, I think it was Lewis, whatever, Openda, I think, who was running at him. Absolutely stupid. He should have stayed off him, and then when he got close, we should have gone in. Ruben Diaz should know better than that. Gavadio, I think it was the same goal, got done. First goal, also both goals were sloppy. First half was awful. I'm sure Pep did a sit down, nobody talk at halftime, because it was absolutely shocking. Second half, though, very different story. I think we came out very slow, actually. So we could say, actually, up to 55 minutes in the game, we were awful. Because I did notice as soon as Grealish and Walker came off, the energy did change. Jeremy Doku came on, Julian Alvarez came on. The energy totally swifted around. It became us absolutely quite a few chances, chance after chance. I think in the second half, we were way more clinical in the first half. We did miss too many chances in the first half. 3 different scorers. Jeremy Doku, very, very good coming off the bench. Julian Alvarez as well. Phil Foden, was impressed with him. I think Foden's got a goal contribution in every single UCL group game so far that he's played in, I think. So that's very good. So, yeah, just a pretty crazy game. You can see by what I've described it as.
Mad game. I don't think anyone thought we'd come out like that in that first half. So poor. Phil Foden, like he said, one of the worst he's seen us play. Oh, I just clicked onto TNT Sports. I was trying to. Oh, there you go. One of the worst Phil Foden's seen us play. I do think we have played worse. That Southampton one definitely comes to mind. Well, we were just so bad there. And Southampton, didn't they finish bottom of the Premier League? We should be beating them, let's be honest. But that was last season. We went on to win a treble in Southampton and the Championship. So hey ho. But Lewis Openda, of course, gave Akanji and Diaz nightmares. We'll start with Akanji. Basic defending error. He got, Lewis Openda puts his back to him and then just turns him. And then Akanji's left in the dust. And welcome to the chat, Yusuf Gamer. Thank you for tuning in. But Yeah, he left Akanji in the dust, and I don't blame Ortega for either of these goals, by the way. It's just such a bad situation for him to be in. There's so much space for Openda, and Openda seems to like doing it against us at the moment. He scored last game, and he's done it again here twice. So, it was not looking good. But second half, we turned it around. Oh, wait, why am I getting on the second half? I've just rinsed Akanji. I've got to rinse Diaz too. Diaz, it's a basic defender. It's not like him to go flying in like that. He dived for that. And to be fair, I do think he was covering for Walker, which goes into what you said of stopping Walker from going forward, which I think you're right about, because if we look here, David Rahm, very attacking left back. I remember watching a City Extra stream when we didn't get hold of Cucurella. David Rahm was a name that was looked at, but then Leipzig got him. City Extra wanted David Rahm. We didn't get him. Leipzig got him. David Rahm, known for going forward, can whip in a good cross into the box. And Xavi Simons, I rate him so highly. I think he's actually so good. Also on that side, tricky with the feet. It's going to cause you trouble. And just that bit of play that those two did at one point, I think Xavi Simons plays it to David Rahm. David Rahm just flicks it onwards, and Xavi Simons gets away. Kyle Walker having to double up on those two and do the attacking stuff he does. It's just going to leave a gaping area here that Lewis Openda can go into, Simons can go into, Schlager, Rahm, anyone. And so Diaz, to be fair to him, I think he probably feels he's got to do something. I don't think that was the time to do it. I'm not going to excuse him. And, basic defending error. He dives for it. Lewis Openda judges it perfectly as a top quality striker. Leaves Diaz in the dust, runs in one-on-one. And that's the story as far as that goes. But second half now, it was just, it completely changed from us. I thought we started the half before we got the goal better than this first half, but not looking desperate. But then we made the changes, and I'm pretty sure we instantly scored. What Alvarez and Doku did, they bought us energy. And I know Nathan Ake came on at half time for Diaz, and I thought Ake did good off the bench. Doku and Alvarez brought a lot of energy. I did think Doku had a lot of trouble with Simakan. Simakan seemed to have him really, really, really good. But other than that, I thought Doku was fine, and Alvarez just looked a lot more energetic, and he got the winning goal. And on Phil Foden, I think he's so good. He technically got 3 goal contributions. So he almost did. Not really, but he squared it, and it took a deflection, and then it found Alvarez. So great stuff from Julian Alvarez. Great stuff from Phil Foden. I think he got deserved man of the match. I thought he was the best out of the bad bunch in the first half and came out a lot stronger in the second half. Good news from Messi as the GOAT. He's a City fan despite his name, and he's changing it to Ake as the GOAT soon. I agree. Ake's GOAT.
That's good. That's good.
Now then, we'll get on to a bit more interesting areas. Out of all these games, a lot of entertaining ones. There are some bangers to talk about here. Which one was your game of the month, MCFR?
For me, and I think for you, it's probably pretty simple. If you're talking about game of the month, but are you talking about by entertaining levels?
Yeah, we'll do both. We'll do entertainment and then just pure performance based.
Well, for entertainment, I think it's pretty simple. Chelsea 4, Manchester City 4. Like we've already touched on that game. Absolutely amazing game. Just crazy. Get your thoughts in the chat about that game, guys, because it's just crazy. Like you said before.
And I guess I'll do the same. Chelsea was just a wild fixture. No one predicted it. Cole Palmer and Sterling coming back to bite City. Just crazy stuff, honestly. Stuff that we'll be talking about for a while, I reckon. But great performance. Well, not great performance, and a great game, and pure entertainment. And it'll probably go down as the Premier League's game of the season, to be honest. And what about your game for just a pure performance?
A pure performance. I'm gonna go for probably 6-1 Bournemouth. I think. Let me see the clinical stats in this game. Go to Bournemouth game. So it's 21 shots and 6 goals, fairly clinical. Yeah, I'm probably going to give it for this game. I mean, we scored 6 goals. Jeremy Doku, outstanding. Pretty much every player, to be honest, outstanding. Like you said, the young boys' performance also was pretty solid, but the clinical stats just can't give that performance of the month, as we got 3 goals out of 27 shots. That is pretty shocking. But yeah, the Bournemouth game, very good performance, very good game. I wish it was on TV. And Bournemouth really didn't show up trying to do anything, though, to be honest. Really good performance from City in that game.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I know it's Bournemouth, and you could say it's Bournemouth, but I do think we played well. From what I saw, obviously, it wasn't televised. I've watched as much as I could of it, of like extended highlights on YouTube and all that stuff. But it was solid performance from City. Nathan Ake scoring against his old club. I thought it was solid at the back from what I could see. Obviously, conceding the goal wasn't great, but I think the fact that they only had 1 shot on target tells you that defensively we're pretty good. Then when it comes to attacking, do we really have to get into it? Jeremy Doku, absolutely wild. Got himself a goal, got himself 4 assists, because he just does that naturally. And yeah, that concludes our games of the month. If you want to go for a performance-based game of the month, that is Bournemouth vs Man City. And if you want to go entertainment, it's Chelsea vs Man City. Geordie, welcome to the chat. Great to have you here. DJ, big up. Hello, guys. Yeah, here we are. Great to have you here, Geordie.
Hello. Hi, Geordie. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah. But there you go. Great to have you here, Geordie. By the way, guys, I'm just going to let you know, kind of off topic, but I'm not going to be doing a live watch along for Man United vs Newcastle anymore. Geordie's arrival has just reminded me. I'm not going to be able to anymore. We will do a little Tottenham preview of our own there. I was going to do that anyway that day. I was going to do 2 streams, but I can't do the live watch along anymore, sadly. But you will still get a stream that day. No worries. But anyway, we'll get back on topic. Now then, the big topic, huge topic coming up. Player of the month, few players you can pick from. Erling Haaland scored a good couple of goals. Pretty sure he got 2 in Young Boys, 2 against Chelsea, 1 here, and 1 here. So 6 goals in just these 4 games. He didn't score here, sadly. I don't remember Phil Foden's goal contributions amounts, and same for Doku, sadly. Who's your personal player of the month? Was it any of those 3 that City put out, or was it someone else entirely?
Definitely one of those 3. Thanks, Messi, is the GOAT, by the way. Oh, God, this is tricky. So, Phil Foden, very consistent. Pretty consistent, pretty good in pretty much every game. Got a few goal contributions as well. Erling Haaland done what we've been asking from him. This the only real thing we're asking from him last season was to score more in big games, and he's certainly doing that this season. United was last month, but 2 against United, 2 against Chelsea, one one against Liverpool, one against Leipzig when we really need him to show up. Leipzig also a very good team. They're a big three, I guess, team in Germany. So yeah, so in that way, and also Jeremy Doku always made an impact when he was on, completed a record Prem dribbles this season, 5 goal contributions against Bournemouth. Oh, geez, it's tricky. It's really tricky. We're going to have to give it to one player, though, because I always want to finalise some. I don't really like giving joint stuff because we can't really give joint for all 3. So, God, I'm not going to give it to Jeremy Doku. I don't know why I'm not giving it to Jeremy Doku. So it's between Foden and Haaland, who had the bigger impact in these bigger games. Probably going to go Erling Haaland just for the fact, well, really, he did get us a point against Liverpool with that goal. And plus, he's been doing the only thing that we've asked him left to do is to be scoring in big games, and that's what he's doing. Very, very tricky, though. Very fine margins between all 3 of the options. God, that was hard.
Yeah, I can imagine. I've just been thinking about it whilst you were doing it there. By the way, everyone, hit your player of the month in the chat. I have made my decision, by the way, as well. Sissy is saying Phil Foden. MCFR has obviously just said Erling Haaland. It's a tough one. But I have made a decision as well. Haaland says Messi's the GOAT. Oh, we got difference. We got different. Ake says DJ out of nowhere. Fair play. I love Ake, but I don't think he played enough this month, to be honest. I'll check games he started in now. He did start against Bournemouth. Watch him have played almost every game now that I've said that. Did he start here? No, he didn't start here. I know he started against Liverpool. Did he start here? I don't think he did. No. And he basically got half a game against Leipzig. I don't think Ake quite played enough, but Ake was great. He's so consistent. If ever he plays, he's just great. But I won't be giving it to him. On Jeremy Doku.
Sorry to interrupt. A controversial opinion in the past one of a half years, I think Nathan Ake might have been overall consistently our best defender in the past 1.5 years. I'm not sure. It's a bit controversial, but he's been really solid pretty much every time he's played. I can't really remember, apart from that Wolves game back in September, a bad performance from Nathan Ake in the past 1.5 years.
Yeah, Nathan Ake. He's got that nickname, Mr. Consistent. He's so good, isn't he? Who doesn't love Nathan Ake? Let's be honest. We signed him as a centre back, and we managed to get him to be able to play not just centre back, but left back as well. Diaz has been bad this season, says Sissy. I think that's a bit harsh. I think he's had a rough couple of games against Chelsea and Leipzig. I don't think he played well against Liverpool, but everyone's entitled to their opinion. But my player of the month, I won't be giving it to Jeremy Doku. I thought he was amazing against Bournemouth, but I think against everyone else he was just decent. Apart from Chelsea, I won't rip into him any more than I already have. But I think he's been decent most other games. Not enough to get player of the month. If he played like how he did against Bournemouth every single game, we wouldn't be having this. This discussion would be over for me, But between Erling Haaland and Foden, I think, like I just said, Haaland got about 6 goals. Not sure if he got any assists on top of them. But Phil Foden, I just think he is that guy. I'm going to edge it to Phil Foden. I do love him, so it's probably a bit biased, but I am going to just edge it Phil Foden. I think he's just that good. Got a goal against Bournemouth, got a goal here. Don't think he got any goals here, to be fair. But then he gets a goal and assist here. So I'm going to edge it to Phil Foden. Bit biased, but it is what it is in that regard.
Also,
sorry.
It's fine. I interrupted Dan, to be honest. I think Haaland should get, to be honest, due to being he's done what we've been asking for. But who I think he'll get it, I think it'll be Phil Foden from what I've seen on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how Haaland's played. I think this past month, I think there's been a significant difference in his build-up play as well, Erling Haaland. I think his build-up plays, if you look back to build-up play this month and build-up play about last year this time. Well, last year this time we were in the World Cup, weren't we? Last year, a month ago. I don't think his build-up play was anywhere near what it is now. It's not perfect yet, but it's just so much more improvement. MCFR panel show tomorrow night. Will there be MCFR?
I think so. And also then I might, not saying confirmed, be a brand new guest coming to the panel show as well. I'm not confirmed that. Maybe.
Exciting. Not even I know about that, guys. So there you go. I can't even give you an inside scoop on that. But anyway.
I'll let you know later.
Thank you. But anyway, guys. And that basically covers everything. If it wasn't obvious enough, Phil Foden's my player of the month. MCFR's player of the month is Erling Haaland. MCFR's games of the month for Chelsea and Bournemouth. I am the new guest, says Yusuf. I don't know, you have to ask the big man. But thank you all for tuning in, and an even bigger thanks to MCFR to doing this live stream with me.
That's fine. And also, if Yusuf Gamer does ever want to come on a panel show, he's welcome to be honest.
But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Your support from all of you, and even the guy who's on stream with me right now, is just crazy. But thank you all for tuning in. Like I've mentioned, live on MCFR's channel tomorrow night. We might have a live stream tomorrow on here as well. It's kind of in the woods at the moment. I'm not sure. Ironing out some details. If there is, I'll let you know. If there isn't, that's a shame. But I will be live either way on MCFR's channel, so you will see me tomorrow, guys.
By the way, I'm going to have to leave the studio straight away as soon as stream ends. That's okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one.